What can I as a teenager do to help gather Israel? Well, Sister Nelson and I asked that very question and a few others to a group of youth from the ages of 12 to 18, many of whom are here tonight. We first asked, what is the gathering of Israel? And what does it mean to you? Their answers varied, but the majority indicated they weren't quite sure what it was. Tonight, we want you to know that the gathering of Israel ultimately means offering the gospel of Jesus Christ to God's children on both sides of the veil. Children who have neither made crucial covenants with God nor received their essential ordinances. Every child of our Heavenly Father deserves the opportunity to choose to follow Jesus Christ, to accept and receive his gospel with all of its blessings. Yes, all the blessings that God promised to the lineage of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, who, as you know, is also known as Israel. My dear extraordinary youth, you were sent to earth at this precise time, the most crucial time in the history of the world, to help gather Israel. There is nothing happening on this earth right now that is more important than that. There is nothing of greater consequence, absolutely nothing. This gathering should mean everything to you. This is the mission for which you were sent to earth. So my question to you is, are you willing to enlist in the youth battalion of the Lord to help gather Israel? Please think about it. Don't answer just yet. Let's return to other questions Sister Nelson and I asked our young friends. We asked if the prophet invited every 12 to 18-year-old person in the church to help enlist to gather Israel, what would you be willing to do? The youth responded with inspiring comments such as, if the prophet invited us to enlist to help gather Israel, I absolutely would take part in it. Another said, I would drop everything I'm doing and help. Another, I would go and do whatever he asked me to do because the prophet is a preacher from God. Their answers also included, I would be willing to do more family history work. I would be more open and make a greater effort to talk with others about the gospel. I would be a good example in showing Christ-like attributes. I would do more baptisms for the dead, change aspects of how I live my life and the choices I make, travel anywhere he needs me to go, learn a new language, meet new people, lend my copy of the Book of Mormon to those who have never read it, and I would be the very kindest person I can be. We also asked these youth what they would be willing to sacrifice so they could help gather Israel. Again, the youth thrilled us. They responded, I would spend less time in sports so I could help a person in need of truth. I would sacrifice hanging out with friends and instead invite them to come to the temple. I'd definitely cut down on time on my phone. I'd give up some screen time. I'd even be willing to sacrifice Sunday afternoon naps. We asked, if you wanted to enlist to help gather Israel, what would you want to start doing or stop doing? They responded with such answers as, I would study the scriptures more intently so I could answer questions people might ask me. I would spend less time on social media, be more engaged in doing simple acts of member missionary work, including daily acts of service. I would spend less time on my phone, and when I am on my phone, I would post scriptures or other spiritual messages on social media. I would study general conference talks because they are super important. I would eat healthy food so I could stay fit. I would stop thinking everything is about me. Thank you, young brothers and sisters, for your answers to our questions. Think of this, my dear brothers and sisters. Right now, I am preparing for the day when I will be required to give an accounting to the prophet Joseph Smith, to President Brigham Young, and the others, and ultimately to the Lord, about my stewardship as God's prophet upon the earth today. I do not want to be asked, Brother Nelson, why were you not more clear with the youth about their part in gathering Israel? Why were you not more bold in enlisting them to participate? So now I am inviting every young woman and every young man between the ages of 12 and 18 in the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints to enlist in the youth battalion of the Lord to help gather Israel. What will help you? As you continue to read daily from the Book of Mormon, you will learn the doctrine of the gathering, truths about Jesus Christ, his atonement,